I thought I would show you a comparison between a magnetic mighty hoop and an easy frame. I've seen quite a few people asking what would be the better if you could only buy one, and the honest truth is I don't think you can. They're not a fair comparison because they both do completely different jobs. So if I start off with the mighty hoop, I've had these both and I've been working with them both for a couple of months now, and I always thought fast frames, because when you look you get say 7 or 8 frames for the price that you would pay for a mighty hoop. But let me start with the mighty hoops. So these guys, this is the, oh, what size is it, 5.5. So you order, I got mine from ETC Supplies in Glasgow. Actually I brought this one second hand, I was lucky enough, so I got it a bit cheaper, but I brought my others from ETC, and then you buy the brackets separately depending on what machine you're using. So I've got a Brother PR670E, and then they fit on to your A bracket. Now this one is the smallest that I've got, and your frame will be, the A frame, you set it at the same width that you do like a 4x4 frame or 5x7, so that fits that. And then the other two that I've got, you have your bracket at the widest part. So they're really strong, as you do. They're magnetic hoops, and that's the bottom, and then you go like that. These are fab. Let me show you. So I've got the 5.5, then I've got a 7.25, and then I've also got the 8x9. So these are really good for doing things that would be difficult to hoop in a regular hoop. To be honest, I haven't used a regular hoop since I've had these, and I probably won't. And they will hoop quite difficult things, quite thick things. Let me show you. I've been making Christmas Eve baskets. Now this is a felt basket, and I pop it in, the bottom in. Oh, got the bottom stuck, typical. And look, it just hoops it, no bother. And then you just place that on your machine. Now the thing with these is, because your machine is going to think that you have got your largest hoop on, so before you start to stitch you really need to trace your design to make sure you're not going to hit the outside. And although it is 7.25, the actual area you get to embroider is a bit smaller. So on my design software I have it set up for 7, and I always just go and check. But so these are really good for things like that. Denim jackets I've done with this, cushion covers, it literally is that simple, and it's so quick. And they do a hoop master. I don't really do tops and hoodies, but if I did, the hoop master helps you, by the looks of it, get like the same positioning for like your logos and your embroidery in the same place. But then when it comes to fast frames, so this is a Durkee easy frame. As soon as I got the magnetic hoop, I realised that actually they didn't do all the things that I want to do. And these Durkee frames are fab for things that are more difficult to hoop. So whereas obviously the magnetic hoops, they'll hoop thicker material, and as long as you've got like a decent area to work with, but these will hoop. They come with 7 hoops, or frames I should say. And I also ordered a bigger, so some of these are still in the packet, I've been keeping them. So this I've got is a 2.5 by 4. So this is a 2 by 4. This is for hats, I do believe. I haven't used this, I don't do hats. 5 by 7. This one's an 8 by 8. And this one I paid extra in the package and got the 12 by 8. So, and how they work, so this goes on to your A-frame on your machine. And then you use, which one was I using for this earlier? Let me find. Oh. So I do quite a few pencil cases. So what you would do, you could use a sticky stabiliser and pop that on the back. And then, let me just take that away for now. And then you just pop your item on, and you'd push down onto your sticky stabiliser. And then you do your pop it in your clamps and tighten them. And then you pop that onto your machine, obviously making sure that underneath you can go down under the arm so that you're not embroidering onto the back. But again, you need to be careful. Your machine is going to register that it has got the biggest hoop on with this. So you need to register. Sometimes I mark it with little clips. So I will just pop clips on. Maybe you could do pins, just so you can see where your frame is so that you're not going to hit it with a needle. And then you can trace so that you know you're inside, and then it works exactly the same as a regular hoop, and just pull it off after. Now, I haven't got a favourite, it depends on what I'm doing. I did, when it comes to fast frames, if you have a look, you'll find a lot of different variations on Amazon, and a lot of them are a little bit cheaper than the Durkeys. But when I was looking at them, where this has got the 2 brackets, a lot of them only have 1. And I was seeing people say that the actual frames were quite flimsy, and then they were getting quite a bit of movement. Quite a bit of movement in their frame whilst it was on the machine. Whereas with Durkee, they have the 2 knobs there that tighten on, like to tighten your frame on, and the actual frame is a decent size. It's quite nice and thick, so you don't get any more vibration from that than you do just normally when your machine's going. Now, I've been doing teddy bear shirts for Christmas. Now, I could not, even with my smallest magnetic hoop, that is not, you know, it's not going to work. No. So then the Durkees come in handy, because I put this on here, and just clip it on, and you're ready to go. Pop it on to your frame and then onto your machine, and then there's room underneath and you can embroider. So hopefully you can see what I mean when I say there isn't really, they do different jobs, they're not comparable. I think they are expensive. The Mighty Hoops are around £200 a go, if not more, £250 a go. And obviously not all of us have a load of money to buy all of the frames that we'd want at a time. So therefore, with ETC supplies, I think this was, I think the whole set with the additional hoop that I brought was around £300. I'll link it in the comments below. So obviously you get a lot more with this, but it is different. You're not going to get the same thing as you do with the Mighty Hoop. So it probably doesn't help you at all if you're trying to decide which one to buy, but maybe it would depend on what you're doing more of. If you like doing pencil cases, and I like to do rucksacks and bits and pieces like that, then the easy frame will probably be the best bet. And then you could make a load of pencil cases, make a load of money, and make money to buy your first Mighty Hoop. And then if you do a lot of baby grows, baby vests, adult t-shirts, things like that, then the Mighty Hoop would be your way to go. Both are available in the UK. I think ETC and Stocks are the two that I know of. But yeah, I hope that helps, and I might do an individual video about each frame, maybe show you it on the machine, show you how I use them and the kind of things I use them for. But if you've got any questions, just pop them below and I'll try and get them all answered. Thanks for watching, bye!